Good morning, good morning. Big Square, roadroo.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of coffee. We are on downgrade watch for Deutsche Bank. Absolutely right on time, right as planned. For those who have forgotten, let's take a look at the announcement by S&P in April. Deutsche Bank's S&P rating put on credit watch after CEO change. So basically, they changed out their CEO because the bank is imploding, and S&P said, "Okay, you gotta get your shit together by the end of May, or we're going to downgrade you." Um, the article says Deutsche Bank's sudden change in chief executive could prolong the lender's restructuring. Rating agency Standard and Poor's said, as it placed the bank on credit watch negative late on Thursday. This is back in April. Now look at the bottom here. Uh, it says, I thought it had a time frame. Hold on. Here it is. This change could still act as a springboard for the bank to move more rapidly towards a sustainable, solidly profitable business model. However, in our view, it also implies that the bank may need to broaden the restructuring effort, as B said. The agency said it would decide by the end of May at the latest the end of May at the latest is today. So look out for the downgrade today to decide whether to downgrade Deutsche Bank credit rating. Once further details of the new leadership strategy are known, basically the shareholder meeting the other day went crappy. And look at this today. This is huge. Deutsche Bank's U.S. operations is deemed troubled by the Fed. Federal Reserve has designated Deutsche Bank AG's sprawling U.S. business in, quote, troubled condition, a rare censure for a major financial institution that contributed to constraints on its operations, according to people familiar with the matter. The Fed's downgrade, which took place about a year ago, is secret and hasn't previously been made public. So why are they making it public now? The day that S&P is supposed to decide whether or not they're going to downgrade Deutsche Bank. The troubled condition status, one of the lowest designations employed by the Fed, has influenced moves by the bank to reduce risk-taking in areas like trading and lending to customers. It also means the bank has had to clear decisions about hiring and firing senior U.S. managers with Fed overseers. Even reassigning job duties and making severance payments for certain employees require Fed approval, the people said. The punitive action by the Fed, the bank's primary U.S. regulator, has rippled through Deutsche Bank's relationship with other regulators, including the U.S. Federal Deposit Insurance Corp. The FDIC would be destroyed if Deutsche Bank goes down. Goodbye, FDIC. FDIC has no money. Which has pressured the lender to improve controls and oversight, people familiar with those relationships said. The U.S. system for rating banks is called CAMELS, which stands for Capital Adequacy, Asset Quality, Management, Earnings, Liquidity, and Sensitivity to Market Risk. A bank's top-line rating from 1 to 5 takes into account all those categories. The best rating is a 1. Troubled banks are rated either 4 or 5. Scores are not made public. A downgrade by the Fed has also landed the bank's FDIC-insured subsidiary, Deutsche Bank Trust Company Americas, on the FDIC's problem bank list at risk institutions, according to people familiar with the matter. The FDIC doesn't detail the membership of the list, but it does say how many banks are on it and the combined values of their assets. The list's total assets rose by $42 billion in the first quarter. Deutsche Bank Trust Company Americas, the bank's well-capitalized American deposit trading unit, had $42 billion in assets as of March 31st. Basically, it takes up all of the FDIC. FDIC has no money, remember that. Last time they had to go to the Congress had to give this gigantic bailout. Will it happen again? Not a chance. Banks are added to the list after they receive a 4 or 5 overall rating from their primary regulators. How those banks fare later shows how firms do sometimes recover from harsh ratings. Well, here's the deal. All this stuff couldn't happen at a worse time. Trump today announced huge tariffs against European goods, which would destroy the European Union. Again, this is all being done on purpose. This is the plan. Absolutely. Deutsche Bank is the world's largest bank derivative holder with over $50 trillion worth of derivatives. It is all happening like clockwork. Absolutely. And then this inside Deutsche Bank's demoralized or not U.S. business. This is from today. In the past weeks, Deutsche Bank's U.S. restructuring has gone from a pinprick of 400 out of 10,000 people to a flesh wound, a predicted 100,000 or 1,000 plus job cuts in the U.S., to something altogether more menacing, 7,000 cuts in total, including the elimination of 25% of all jobs and equities, with the U.S. bearing the brunt of the blow. So how are things at Deutsche Wall Street office right now? It depends who you ask. Here's a quote. Morale is completely collapsed, declares one equities derivative trader speaking on condition of anonymity. There have been attempts to turn this business around ever since Ansu's time, and nothing has worked. No one believes things can improve, and the fear is that the clients will stop trading with us. I can't believe they're trading with you now. This is the bleak end of the spectrum. Some of the bank's U.S. equities derivative professionals complain they're on the front lines of the cuts. Insiders say the U.S. Delta One desk has been particularly affected, but there have been layoffs across equity derivative sales, trading, and structuring too. I know of at least 6 people above VP level who have been let go from our group of around 50, and there are plenty more, says the trader. Daniel Russo, a highly capable VP in equity swaps trading, is understood to be among the surprise departures, which new CEO Christian Sewing alluded to yesterday when he said the European equity derivatives business will be Deutsche Bank's global hub from now on. It is all going down, my friends. Absolutely. This is insane. So I expect the downgrade today. S&P and the rating agencies usually stick to their time frame, and today's the last day. So I'm going to post this video up really fast just so I beat the actual Deutsche Bank announcement that they are being downgraded by S&P. How will it affect things? The end of the old world, the beginning of the new world. Buy your cryptos now. Absolutely load up on cryptos. Veritasium, Reggie Middleton came out with a new video. It's really cool. He's ready to take over where the comics and the LBMA fall down. I think Veritasium is going to be that coin that Cliff High said there's going to be a coin that the gold and silver dealers use. It's not going to be a backed coin. It's going to be a settlement coin. Veritasium is perfectly positioned to that. And it's not traded, that crypto is not traded on any big markets. You can't get your hands on any decent size. Reggie Middleton controls 98% of the coins. Get your hands on some Veritasium. I can't scream it loud enough. In his video, he talks about this is the first time I think he's talked about it, that the regulator's on the brink of approving what he's doing. And that is in Cliff's data. Absolutely. That the governments go to Reggie and say, help us. We have a problem. Our old system is so corrupt it is imploding on itself. And that's what's happening. Really cool stuff for Veritasium. I'm holding on with both my hands. If you can get your hands on some Veritasium, get it. It's very hard to get. Very hard. I can see 1,000% moves in Veritasium when the announcement that the regulators approve of it. And they need it. Absolutely, they need it for the new system. Anyway, that's what's going on this morning. I'll check in again later today. Lots of great stuff to talk about. And this is Big Weir. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Go ahead, click it. Click, thumbs up. For some reason, YouTube gets you to more people if you thumbs up videos. And they don't ban you or shadow ban you, so I hear. But shadow banning is just that. They do it in the shadows, so who knows? Anyway, this is Big Weir, roadrooter.com. I'll talk to you later.